Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, you guys. Oh my gosh, I got that. This is really up high. Yay. See, this is what happens when you don't do your prep of the video before you start shooting. And, no! Oh no. I hope that didn't just mess up my recording. Blah. You know, you try to, I don't want to, okay. Good morning and happy Tuesday. How is everyone doing? I'm gonna wait a little while for a few more people to join with me here. Good morning. Feel free to say hello. I see some, oh, well, I guess they went out. I can't believe it is already Tuesday. Can you believe that we are basically almost done? Oh, you guys, I forgot about my button. I realize I have been forgetting about my button. My have a vegan day button. And I think it's kind of cool to wear it in the video so that you guys have a vegan day or a plant-based day or just have a general great day by being good to you. Yeah, so it is Tuesday, and I can't believe we are almost at the end of January. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. We are almost done with the first month of this year. In 2019, we are almost done with this first year. And how are you all doing on your goals or anything that you set to do for the year? Did you have a word that you deemed for 2019? How's that going? Are you sticking to that word? Is it in the forefront of your mind? My word for 2019 is abundance. I can't. Mine is abundance. And and so far there's been a lot of abundance. You have to, sometimes you've got to be mindful of when you select a word that you are specific in how you want that to come through. And it is coming through for me. I really feel the abundance, and I'm, holding it in my heart and in my soul. And so I believe that there is abundance for all of us. All of us. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, my name is Tamiko Garner. I am your plant-based vegan sister, where I keep it real and relatable, helping inspiring you to go on a journey of a plant-based vegan lifestyle, or just going relatively healthy, one plate at a time. Yes. So I'm catching my breath, y'all. Catching my breath here. Feel a little like, woo. Hey, Adrian. Oh, Adrian, I got my stuff yesterday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And wait, you put the earrings in there? I didn't remember asking for I don't think I asked for the earrings. Well, and if you did, thank you for including the earrings. I got the whole set. So I'm going to have to wear it live here. Maybe I'll wear it tomorrow and wear it live, because Adrian, she sells the paparazzi. And it's $5 jewelry, you guys. Check it out. I'm actually about to sign up my daughter. So we're going to do a mother-daughter tag team with paparazzi and blinged out jewelry. So I'm looking forward to working with Giselle and Adrian. It's never too soon to get your children on the entrepreneurial pathway. And Ebony has been doing this thing since she was like 5 or 6, when she made her first set of frames out of popsicle sticks. And I talked to her about, well, you need to make sure you have a ROI. What is your return on investment? How much are you going to charge for it? How much did the material cost? So started her out really, really early. Yay, the earrings came. Yeah, oh, the bracelet was the gift. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I'm going to wear it tomorrow, you guys. So I'm going to show it off. But so hope you're having a great time out there at the conference, Adrian, you and Giselle. So looking forward to speaking with you guys tomorrow. And so I'm looking forward to getting my daughter on this path, you guys, because it's a way that she can earn income while she's going through college, and it builds that entrepreneurial spirit. So you never, and she's like 19, about to be 20. It's never too soon to start. So think about that, you guys. Anyway, we are here today. Oh. Thank you. Thank you, Adrienne. Looking forward to being in the bling boardroom. So it's going to be, mainly it's going to be my daughter is the main one. So I told her we could do this as a mother-daughter tag team, and I'm going to help her out and get her started. But I want her to really take ownership of it, basically. But anyway, let me go back to what we're talking about today. We are on the plant-based Transition Made Simple journey. This is a 30-day set of Facebook Lives that I am doing starting in January, and will be ending in February. February 22nd will be a masterclass on how to put all of this together. So I know we've talked about stocking up your kitchen and getting everything set. We've talked about meal planning. This week we're talking about substitutes and the different things for like baking. Yesterday we talked about eggs and how to replace eggs. And today we are going to talk about flours. Do you know there are a ton of flours out there? We've gotten so key to that. There is white flour, and we're so used to using white flour that you just think it's the norm. But you know, there are a lot of things that you can use instead of white flour that will give you the same benefits. It will give you the same type of baking. It's just learning how to use which flours for what things give you the best benefit. So what I'm going to talk about today will be what are the top 3 flours that you should have in your pantry. Top 3. There's definitely more. Hey, Giselle. There's definitely more than 3 that you can have. And I actually have quite a few, but I want to at least tap on like the top 3 to 4 that you should have in your cabinet. We're going to also talk about which are the best for baking. Oh, oh, thank you for all my likes. Yay. Good morning. We're going to talk about which are the best for baking. And there's quite a few. And then we're going to talk about the gluten-free options. There are a lot of gluten-free flours, a lot. And I know there are some individuals that have allergies to nuts. So there are also flours that do not have nuts and don't have grains. So come along with me as we talk about that. So the top 3 flours, or top 3 to 4 flours to have in your pantry for baking, you can choose whole wheat flour, almond flour, buckwheat, and spelt. Now spelt is great because it has fewer calories than wheat, believe it or not. It is also high in protein. And when you use spelt flour, you don't want to overmix it. You want to kind of like when you make up cornbread, you don't overmix cornbread, because when you overmix cornbread, it comes out really crumbly. Done that before. When I first started making cornbread, I learned that trick. Buckwheat. Now I know you probably say, buckwheat, isn't that wheat? No, it's not. That is also, buckwheat and spelt are also, buckwheat is a gluten-free option. So, and it is really a flour that it's rich in fiber. It has antioxidants, and it helps to reduce, good, then Adrienne can break me some treats. Oh, she could bake you some treats. Yes. Okay, Adrienne, now you heard that? You got to bake some treats for Giselle. Okay. The buckwheat is also high, helps to fight inflammation. So look at that. You can bake with it, and it's also serving a purpose. How about that? Did you know that white flour serves no purpose, really? But all these other flours you use serve a purpose, have nutritional value. The other, I would say, almond flour. Now, almond is a great, it's a cool flour. I like that. I like almond flour, and it's great, even though it's a nut, but it does have a little nutty flavor. But it's a great base that you can use as well. Let's see, and it's gluten-free. So it's also a gluten-free option, and it behaves a lot like wheat flour. So this is a great alternative to use, okay? And now I'll talk about which ones are the best for baking. So you have almond flour. Like I said, it acts a lot like wheat flour. You can use tapioca, which is more like a thickener, and when you combine it with other things. Whoops, wait a minute. Yeah, and you can combine it with other flours to give it that extra structure and crispiness. Coconut flour. Yes, coconut flour. Now, coconut flour is a little high in saturated fat, but it's a good saturated fat. So look at that. You're having something that's actually good for you. But it's not a great substitution for wheat because it's very absorbent. So you can use it for sure, but you're probably going to have to add a little bit more liquid to if you're going to use coconut flour. It is going to be a little bit, I think I've experienced that too, and I was like, whoa, and it can be a little bit dense. So you have to play around with these flours, and when you do, you'll find great things. And it's interesting because you can combine different flours to give you the same effect. Another good flour to use for baking will be buckwheat flour, which is very versatile. So you can definitely use that. There's a whole list of gluten-free flours, a whole list. I'm gonna go through the list and then I'll do a little spiel about each one. So almond flour is gluten-free, sorghum, teff, arrowroot, brown rice, oat, cassava. Here's one I had never heard of, tiger nut. Never heard of tiger nut. Tapioca, which actually comes from the cassava root. Coconut, chickpea. Chickpea is another one of those flours that's a little dense, and you might have to add a little bit more liquid as well. That was just from my experience, because I think I mixed it up and I was like, whoa, need to add a little more liquid to that. Corn flour. Yes, corn flour is cornmeal, but just milled to be a little bit more finer. So those are all your gluten-free items that you can use. And the ones that are, for those that have nut allergies, because I know there are quite a few, coconut, even though it says nut, we all know it's not a nut. So coconut is great to use for those who have nut allergies. And it's, like I mentioned before, it's also a healthy saturated fat. Sorghum. Now here's an interesting factoid. It is the 5th most important cereal grain in the world. Wow. That's crazy. It's a cereal grain, and it has a sweet, mild flavor. So when you use that, nope, that's not the one. And it's got fiber and protein. So imagine that. You can bake and get your protein all at the same time. Double duty. That's what we want to do. We want to eat. We can have our sweets, and we can also have nutritional value to those sweets. So now you don't have to feel quite as guilty. You can have it and say, well, I'm getting my protein, right? I mean, that's what I'm gonna look at, right? That's how I think about it. The tiger nut. Now, here's the thing with tiger nut. It is a root vegetable found in North Africa and the Mediterranean. I actually have not seen this, so I'm gonna do a search and maybe go online and try it out, because it sounds interesting, because it says it's got a sweet, nutty flavor, and that you can cut back on some of your sugars if you use this. You can, reduce some of the sugar quantity. So that's actually kind of a neat idea, to think about. So I've never seen it in the store. Now, most of these flours you can find in your baked good aisles. Like, for instance, Safeway does have buckwheat flour. It's gonna be more likely be in the area where I talked about before, where you will find the red Bob Red Mill items, and there's and usually they have a whole bunch of that stuff. Like, they have all that stuff. They have the buckwheat, they have the coconut, they have the spelt and I do have some spelt flour in my cabinet, y'all. So looking forward to using that. But there's so many different. There's hemp flour, there is brown rice flour, I think I mentioned that already. Soy flour, there's arrowroot. Arrowroot is also another gluten-free, as well as amaranth. Amaranth, I think I'm not saying that right, is also gluten-free, and it's high in protein. Teff flour, yes, I have some teff flour. Now, check this out. It has more protein and nutrients than wheat flour. So there's just a ton. I'm just telling you guys, until I got into this and really started, eating this way, I had no idea that there was this many flowers out there. I had no idea. And as I do the research for, talking to you guys in the morning, I'm finding out much more. So in doing this 30-day challenge about the plant-based transition made simple, I'm learning as I find out more research, and it's just phenomenal the amount of things I'm finding out and testing and trying. So I love it for you guys to continue on this journey with me, and as I explore, and I definitely want to share it with you all. Let's make this a community, as I've been saying all along. I want this to be a community where we share and grow and inspire one another, and that's what I aspire to be, your chief inspirer, that you too can live a plant-based vegan lifestyle, one plate at a time. So please, thank you for stopping by and watching the show, watching me live. Thank you guys for coming in, tuning in. I appreciate it, Giselle. And was that Lonnie that popped in? Thank you guys for stopping in. I appreciate it. Love you all. Be sure to go ahead and come and let's continue the conversation over at Plant-Based Vegan Sistah. It's a journey. Be sure to share this video with your friends and family and your network. The more we share it, the more we grow, and the more that information is spread out. So let's spread this information so that we can maintain a healthy lifestyle, you guys. Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you guys something. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna get on out of here. Oh, sorry. And I do wanna say, make sure that you save the date in your calendar for March 23rd. That will be our next Vegan Curious event. And I am doing a grocery shopping tour on February 23rd. So save those dates. Information will be coming out about that soon. And just had to share this real quick. Yesterday, I went to Plant-Based Fitness and had an evaluation. I'm looking into possibly doing the program, and got on the scale and discovered that I am 56.5% muscle and 33.3% fat. So clearly I got to reduce some of that fat, and that's the goal. If I can bring that down to under 30%, it'd be awesome. So anyway, I just wanted to share that, you guys, because I was kind of cool. I was like, ooh, 56% fat. 56% muscle. Yay! So I'm over 50% muscle. What? Hey. Happy dance. What? Happy dance. What? All right, you guys, tuning out. You guys have a great day and be good to you. And this is Tamiko Garner, your plant-based vegan sister, saying, have a great one.